Star Report. I am your host, the illustrious and praiseworthy Star, shining bright for all to see. Okay, folks, Friday evening, and we are going off the rails. This more than likely will be a throwaway show. And let me say early, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm feeling great. I had that old nigga nap earlier, so here I am, okay? Top story, Rashawn Casey, a.k.a. DJ Envy, accused of payola. Whoo chow. Payola. The most vile and vicious thing that a air personality or DJ can do. This can stop the license of a terrestrial radio station. I am going to talk about payola in depth. I have before in the past, but let me just say I have no scores to settle, contrary to rumors and gossip and popular belief. I never paid DJ Envy a dime. We had a blow up back in 2006. I crashed out. But I got my money from Clear Channel. You know the story, Troy Terrain, New York Times. I'm not quoting no prices, all right? But I want to talk to you guys about his accusations, and there are other people who, with regards to real estate fraud, money laundering, wire fraud, all sorts of things that he is being charged with, along with Cesar Pina, okay, by way of these lawsuits. I want to try and educate some of you, if I can. And the most important thing is filing an FCC complaint. If you need assistance, contact me. I do this not by way of malice or spite. I have a 501c3, the Snitch Network. You should know this, all right? But payola, he's being accused of this. Again, the credit dude, he's saying that he paid DJ Envy over $500K with promises to be on the radio and to be promoted. That is an FCC violation. I don't know the credit due, but young man, if you need assistance, this is what I do. This is not, malice or spite. If you need someone to testify on your behalf, to supply you with information for a discovery or a deposition, reach out to me. I don't want to reach out to him because that could look like I'm trying to do something that's not ethical, all right? But if anybody knows the credit dude, reach out and let's have a conversation. Tony the Closer, who I talk to, quite often, Tony the Closer is also being sued. Pardon me. The credit dude is being sued by DJ Envy, if I didn't mention that. Tony the Closer, he's also being sued by DJ Envy. I'm a little jealous. I've been kicking in Envy's back. Where's my lawsuit? Where's my cease and desist? I am the last person that Rashawn Casey wants to sue because not only will I expose him, but others at Clear Channel, now known as iHeart. So, I want to talk about this tonight, and it's not just money when we're talking payola. And the history of payola, in case you don't know, Alan Freed, you should know this name. If not, Google it. Went to jail. Frankie Crocker. He was accused of payola. I forgot if Frankie did jail. I think he did jail time with regards to accepting money. It may have been James Brown. I forget. But payola, again, is a very, very serious offense. And anybody who's an air personality, even the board operator, or a DJ, you have to sign these forms if you work at a terrestrial station saying that you will not accept money and or gifts. Gifts. That's a no-no. If you're new to my show, once upon a time, a box from Bad Boy came over back in the early days of my radio career, and someone at the station said, "Hey, Star, there's a box right there of champagne that came over from Bad Boy." And I said, "Oh, okay." And the person said, "Well, it's for you." I said, "Well, what is it?" And they said, "It's Cristal." And I said, "Isn't that payola if I accept that?" And the person who was, one of the executives looked at me and smiled. And I just said, no thanks. Drake, Drizzy Drake, Champagne Poppy, does he send champagne to DJs? And if they accept it, that's payola. Think about that. Cardi B has been talking about paying people for airplay. That's payola. Cardi B could literally fuck up somebody's career if she wanted to by telling who she paid, according to her, okay? Also, accepting gifts in exchange for anything, promotion, any type of acknowledgement on the radio, that is a no-no. That is an FCC violation. What I see going on social media, Instagram, that's nice. That's great. Many of the people that you see that are filing lawsuits, I actually help those people get lawyers or I help them file pro se lawsuits to then get a lawyer. That's what I do, the Snitch Network. But it's deeper, payola, and there's still people out there who may have given something to Rashawn Casey, a.k.a. DJ Envy, in exchange for airplay or any type of acknowledgement on the radio, okay? Let me also say with regards to payola, hold on a second, I gotta get my notes together here. Once upon a time, for those of you who know my radio journey, it wasn't me just shutting people down from doing shout-outs. We had a funeral on the Star and Buckwild show for the shout-out. I would not let people do shout-outs. And my team over the years, no shout-outs, because, see, people would always try to approach me and my team to play songs and play music. I would not accept money. And I had a rule. After I did a 4-hour fucking show in the mornings, to people that I knew in the streets, don't call me after the show to talk about the show and then to tell me, yo, so-and-so, they want to spend some money with you. No, go to the sales department and then let the sales department come to me. Don't come to me thinking we're going to do something under the table. I literally had to shut down the shout-outs, not just because of people wanting to tell about shit that I did on the streets, but because of the payola factor. It's real, okay? So I want to say that. Now, showrunner. Woo! I need time, folks. I'm going to do a lot of talking here before the show. I'm going to give you some context, okay? I see you guys on the phone. Sit tight. I see you via Cash App and PayPal. Thank you for your early support, but just let me talk my talk. Lionel Richie versus Luther Vandross. From time to time, we do our own little versus, battles here on the Star Report. We have over the years going back to the Star Chamber. So earlier today, I was driving one of my classic cars, and I had my laptop on the front seat, and I'm listening to 60s lounge music, which is some of my favorite music, the French horns, the trumpets, bum, 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 bum. I'm smoking a cigar, and my car is pointing at the ocean. Now, for those of you who have classic cars like myself, you know that certain people, well, I'll just say older people, even the older Karens, oh my God, what year is that? And because I love, cars from the 60s and early 70s, I'll have a conversation about the vehicle. But I started listening to Lionel Richie after I listened to my 60s lounge music, right? And I said, holy shit, I forgot about some of his hits. Monster hits. I saw the Commodores, kids, Madison Square Garden, with the Manhattans and the Emotions. They opened up the Commodores. Woo! Whoa, zoom. I like to fly far away from here. They did all the hits. Just to be close to you, girl. So Lionel Richie has always been my guy. I met him once upon a time. He came through Kiss FM when I was working at Hot 97. We had a great conversation. Lionel Richie, in case you don't know, 4 Grammy Awards, monster hits, his tours. He was the first person to receive an RIAA Diamond Album Award. The first person, okay? Literally a game changer. Headlining tours running with the Night, 1984, the Outrageous Tour, 1986, in concert, so on and so on and so on. Solo albums, Can't Slow Down, 1983, Lionel Richie, 1982, Dancing on the Ceiling, woo! 1986. Dancing on the Ceiling, right? So this is my guy, man. This is my guy, Lionel Richie. And again, monster hits with the Commodores. I'm going back tonight. In case you don't know who these people are, just sit back and give me some fucking space, okay? The Machine Gun album, 1974. Caught in the Act, 1975. The Commodores, 1997. Natural High, 1978. Brick House, you know the monster hits. So then I started thinking. I said, well, who would be a good person on the show tonight to go up against Lionel Richie? And then at first I said Babyface. And very quickly I said, nah, that nigga's trash. Then I started really thinking, and I said, uh-oh. Luther Vandross. I met him once upon a time when he came up to Hot 90 Kiss FM. And I was working Hot 97. I came out just to shake that man's fucking hand. Now, Luther didn't write a lot of his music. However, 8 Grammy Awards. Hold on, let's take our time. 8 Grammy Awards. Let me just say that again. We don't care about Luther's sexual orientation. A man of class, stature, elegance. Hang on a second. Let me just drop a fucking bomb on you in case you don't know, okay? Soul Train Awards, Hollywood Walk of Fame, National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. And then I started thinking, I said, wait a minute, Troy, wait. Your favorite band is Rush. Rush, I saw them 28 times live. Had dinner with them, worked with them, you know the story. My second favorite band, Chic. Bernard Edwards, Nile Rodgers, Tony Thompson. And then I remember that Luther Vandross, along with Fonzie Thornton, Norma Jean Wright, Alpha Anderson, and Lucy Martin, that was the core vocal unit for Chic, Luther Vandross. So I'm asking you tonight because honestly, Lionel Richie's my guy, but I wouldn't be mad if some of you say no star Luther Vandross, right? And if anybody's out there from the New York tri-state area, and you listen to WBLS back in the days, 107.5. If you said the wrong thing about Luther Vandross out in public, some of those old mammies would punch you in your shit. Pow! Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Can I get an amen in the live chat? A chair is still a chair. Whitney Houston sang her praises and respected the vocal ability. And again, the impact of Luther Vandross. Okay, so that's where we're going tonight. Coming up a little later, let me just put something on the screen here. I'm not going to say this person's name because they are trying to wipe this person out of history. Pow! Look at that showrunner. If you call in and if you know about this person, don't say her name because these audio algorithms are listening. Good evening, Troll Babies. Do you guys know that name? What a pioneer, huh? Is she foundational Black American? I forget. I don't know. I know her contributions to society are so unique, huh? Have they done a movie on her life? I don't know. I'm just going to say she was a librarian. Okay? You guys know who that person is? Or what? Pardon me, was? Born in 1929. Born in Philly, huh? Born in Philly, died in Philly. Okay. All right. Also, sit tight. I see you guys on the phone. I feel like talking. And I want to lay something out here also with regards to football. Someone left a comment trying to denounce the stats and the impact of Joe Namath, a.k.a. Broadway Joe. Young man, I'm not going to call you names. I'm not going to try and belittle you. But here's the thing. What Joe Namath did once upon a time, and not just with the New York Jets, but with football, it does not compare to the football players of today. I know a lot of you guys, you think because you can name drop this person, that person, who's got endorsement deals, you know all the little T, yada, yada, yada. That's fine. That's where the game is. Joe Namath played a different type of football. His numbers far exceed the stats of today. Even if you compare the stats, there's no comparison. You literally today play flag football. Flag football in comparison to the days of Joe Namath, Dick Butkus, who just passed away, R.I.P., O.J. Simpson, Jack Youngblood. Anybody know who Jack Youngblood was in that goddamn live chat? Jack Youngblood played with, was it a broken fibula in 1979? Against the Cowboys. He played with the Rams. A broken fibula. Not just in that game, but also in the game after that. Left-handed would know if left-handed's out there. I think they played the 49ers. After that, he played, went to the Super Bowl, played with the broken fibula, and then played in the goddamn Pro Bowl. That was a different football. Don't tell me about your fucking numbers today like that's the beginning and the end. Football players once upon a time couldn't play the amount of years that Tom Brady has played. With all due respect, Tom Brady, one of the greats, if not the greatest, I'll give you that. But Terry Bradshaw played in a different fucking era, a different type of football. As I said, clotheslining, spearing with the helmet, clipping. I gave up on football because it became a pussy game. Dan Marino, you've heard me kick Dan Marino's back in. I liked him at first, and I said, damn, he's talented, but he couldn't get the job done. I had to cut him loose. I then started paying attention to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was the last one to take the hits. After him, all of the rules and everything changed. You guys get turf toe. Oh, he's out for 2 weeks. Or how long are they out for turf toe now? You're going to jeopardize the endorsement deals, huh? The last thing I want to say with regards to, hold on a second, professional football. So to the female commentators, sportscasters, what's her name? She wears the lopsided wig. Is it Pam something? Salute to her. Sometimes you can see her fucking tracks in the goddamn leaf. With all due respect, I don't want to hear a female telling me about football. No. That's like me trying to sit here and tell you what it's like to push a newborn through my fucking uterus. I can't tell you because I have no knowledge of pushing a baby through my fucking uterus. Okay, I just want to say that, young man, because you left a comment with regards to Joe Namath's stats, and please educate yourself, all right? Okay, phone lines are open. We're talking tonight. Whew. Let me get my sip on early. How you guys doing in the live chat, huh? Okay. And we're going to also be talking about some other things here tonight because, again, it's Friday, okay? Jamal got your donation. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jamal, but don't say her name. I'm not going to say her name. Do you know what's going on? Okay. They're trying to erase her from fucking history. They're trying to get her out of here with critical race theory, and all sorts of shit. Thank you for your donation, Jamal. If you call in, don't say her name. James, I got your donation, sir. I saw you in the mall, and I was strapped. You was okay. Which mall? So I'm always out and about. Which mall? You know, I'm not gonna talk that gun talk, sir. But my stock answer when somebody said, "Yo, I saw you," you know what I say? Why didn't you do something? What are you waiting on? Thank you for your donation. Hey, Sherry, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Okay. And Varnell, I got your donation as well. All right. Okay. Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie tonight. Area code 413. Good evening. DJ Envy accused of scamming in Paola. Are you there?
Yo, what up, Star? Fan of the Canner Man.
Hey, what's up, man? What's cracking? Let's get to it.
I was actually, I follow that guy, the credit builder. I was actually going to send it to you.
Okay.
The credit dude. Yeah, he's been going in. Like, dude has lost $500,000 dealing with these two bozos. And, I mean, bros must have been involved with them somehow. I mean, you know the rundown, but I was actually going to send it to you, but I thought you was off of the whole, like, DJ Envy topic. You know what I mean? I didn't think you was still going to bubble on it.
Panna, listen, I appreciate... No, listen to me. I appreciate you. I've always got time for the bullshit. I don't give a fuck if it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Send it to me via email, okay? I got time for this. I got time for the bullshit. Come on.
It seems as if, like, man, Envy's gonna go down, like, and in all reality, he will get Donkey of the Day. That's gonna be crazy. At some point, he will get Donkey of the Day, Donkey of the Decade.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, just on the, I don't know if you want to talk about Keefe D. I don't know.
Absolutely. Hold on. Pan, it's Friday night. Did you see that old nigga in the back of the goddamn police vehicle talking already?
He wants to cut a deal. Let's make a deal. Like, yo, he's ready to talk. Like, I don't know if his lawyer has been his lawyer for, like, at least the past 15 years. Like,
update. Edie Fall is trying to get him a different lawyer. Come on, Panda, get up to speed.
Oh, wow, you dropped the bombshell. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Edie Fall ain't trying to mess with him? Damn.
Well, he's trying to help him get another lawyer because, you know, listen, he's talked himself into the penitentiary. What am I supposed to do with you? You know, you're going to do some time. What are you going to give up anybody? I mean, where are we going? I'm sure that has been the conversation. If you're not going to say, Brother Love, Diddy, what are we doing? Go ahead. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, how much like factual evidence does he have on Brother Love? Like, can he really provide some factual evidence on Brother Love? Honestly, man, I don't think so. 2024, 2025, 2026, Brother Love is here to stay. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? He hasn't gone anywhere since then. So, you know, P. Diddy's gonna be here. You know, he's laughing right now at Keefe D. You know? And just to touch on that,
hang on a second. We're gonna stay focused, even though I'm sipping and you're doing whatever you're doing. Did you see Keefe D sitting on the Art of Dialogue? Huh? He had on the sunglasses. Damn, man, show a nigga some love, Brother Love. You fucked up my life. He said Diddy fucked up his life. Did you catch that?
Yeah. I seen that, man. Like, and the same thing with, I don't know if this is an old interview, like Mob James basically said Suge Knight did the same. Like, they are at the place right now where they were prior to them getting involved with Death Row. Suge Knight, yo, he was, the bro was in tears. Yeah. Mob James was in tears when he did the Vlad interview. Yeah. He said he don't got $1,000. He don't even got a rat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of this,
all rats must die. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. All of this with Suge Knight, like, led to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of the Mob Pyrus got any type of, like, compensation from Death Row. Like, I mean, during the time they was balling, popping bottles, new Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out.
Yeah.
But come on, when we talking about guns and butter, that ain't butter. That's guns. Like we want the butter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
the butter is what is of substance. You know?
Right.
Like none of them got no butter right now. Yeah, but
Hannah, before you go, I have to ask you. We've had conversations in the past. Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. Your choice, please.
easy like Sunday morning.
Ooh.
Lionel, easy like Sunday morning, man. It's funny. My lady, you know what I'm saying? She was singing it the other day. I had to correct her. She said something crazy. She was like, "Oh, easy like Sunday morning." So yeah. But that's the track right there. You know what I'm saying? Easy like Sunday morning, man. Team Lionel all the way.
Can I ask how long have you been married or with your significant
Oh,
other?
no. We're not married. We've been together for like 5 years.
Okay. Does she know the classic "Still" by Lionel Richie? Still.
Nah, I'm schooling her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
She's young. You know.
Panna. I don't know whether you smoke, drink. I don't know what you do. Sniff is none of my fucking business. Throw on "Still," but still when you're with her and let her listen to that. It'll fuck her head up. Fuck her head up. Still.
I'm gonna throw that on. I'm gonna throw that on tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? And give her that pipe.
Good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
All right. Hey, yup.
I do love you. Dun 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 dun. Hold on. What year did that come out? This is a tough goddamn decision here. Yeah, what album? That was off of the Commodores album. 1979. Oh, Midnight Magic. Kids, do you mind if I just ramble here for a second? The Commodores was the second band, the second concert at Madison Square Garden that I ever saw. The first concert was Kiss. I want to rock and roll all night, dun, 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 and party. Kids in Service of Satan. That's what we used to say Kiss stood for. Gene Simmons on bass guitar, Ace Frehley on guitar, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. Second concert I saw in Madison Square Garden, the Commodores, the Manhattans, and the Emotions. Blew my fucking mind. But again, I've never seen Luther Vandross in concert, but I know he used to get down for his crown, you know. We don't care if he was a pole smoker. We don't give a fuck. That was Luther, right? Troll Babies, Luther Vandross, or Lionel Richie, before I go any further. Yeah. No, I didn't care for Guns N' Roses. I thought they were trash, to be honest with you. And which album was that when what did Axl Rose say? Niggers and police stay out of my way. Don't want to buy none of your gold chains today. Whoa! He started getting some heat, and then they put out a video. He starts wearing an NWA baseball cap. Fuck out of here. Hold on a second, guys. Somebody just sent in $1 donation. Let me block you. Get the fuck out of here. David, I'm not going to say your last name. Don't ever send me $1 again, okay? Fuck out of here. James, I got your donation. I'll donate. Please wear Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I wore Buffalo Bills hat a couple weeks ago. Are you really a Buffalo Bills fan? James, were you there with them through the years with Jim Kelly? Choking and choking and choking and choking. Say what you want to say about O.J. Simpson, but O.J. played football when football was football, huh? Thank you for your donation, sir. Let's go to area code 626. Folks, please stay on topic. We're going to go off the rails, but stay on topic coming out the gate, please. Good evening. Are you there?
Yo, what's up, Star?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Star? You can hear me, right? Yo, you know who it is. It's CVO.
No, sir, I don't know who you are. Who are you?
CVR the Bard,
CVR.
aka the Vex Vagabond.
How are you, man?
What's
cracking?
up,
Let's
Star?
go, CVR. Let's go.
Yo, I'm doing well. So I actually went and I looked at the individual that you got in the showrunner.
Don't say the name or I will hang up on you. Don't say the name. Slow down.
Word. I noticed that this woman is very similar to actually my own mother when it comes down to the VHS tapes and having that hoarder capability. Because when I went and researched the name and then I went on Wikipedia, I saw that she recorded some similar shows as my own mother did on VHS tapes back when they had like the TDKs and things of that nature. I can remember growing up and like seeing that she'd record like a bunch of Star Trek. Let's see, like, you know, different shows that are come on KDOC back in Los Angeles, and like you know, Matlock and Kojak and things of that nature. I guess it was just a boomer thing.
This
you know
woman was recording news, sir. No, she was unique. With all due respect, salute to your mom. This woman is a pioneer. Don't say her name, okay? What she
why?
Hang on. What she did, she had such a passion for recording things. I think she had 5 or 6 apartments to store the material. Okay? Go ahead.
I'm hearing you, but I'm trying to see why is she being buried in your opinion?
Okay, listen, go do some research. I don't want to talk about her. DJ Envy, are you up to speed on what's going on with him? Payola, he's being accused by the credit dude. That's my main topic.
Now, when it comes down to Envy, and his dealings with like the Breakfast Club or whatever, where I go, I've been to 40 states now. Okay. Wherever I go when they're playing Envy, I know that I'm in a room full of people who support minstrels. So may Envy go down in flames, it's only a matter of time.
Okay. CVR, you are a knowledgeable man, even though you're, how old are you again? I forget, 28.
28.
Even if you weren't around, but in your opinion, based upon your, knowledge or research or whatever, Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. Any thoughts, any opinions?
I'm giving it to Lionel Richie, hands down. Come on now. I even had a Commodore's album. I forget which one exactly, but it was given to me back when I started my record collection when I was in community college. So, yeah, Lionel Richie, hands down. Okay. Somebody even tried to, sing the other day. I was over here in Jacksonville, Florida. So some person, it was in Atlanta sometime earlier this week, and someone tried to sing, the All Night Long joint. I was like, yo, Lionel Richie would not approve of that.
Okay.
Stop. For real, bro. And that man stopped. Some boomer. He had to stop.
CVR, great to talk to you, man. Thank you.
Yes, salute, Star.
Thank you, man. Okay, CVR tapping in. Folks, my brain is fried. Please don't assume I know your voice. No disrespect to CVR. Good guy. He's spent squirrel, but food, peace, and self-care got your donation. Caller is eating popcorn made from chest hairs. Okay. Someone else sent in a donation. I missed it. Pardon me, but thank you for your support. Okay. The credit dude. Young man, if you need anybody with knowledge of payola, I'm the guy. I'm not sure what your counterclaims are. I have not pulled your case or the case where Rashawn Casey is suing you. I'm almost certain he's trying to sue you for defamation, slander, something with regards to his business. You do have a right to gripe and complain if you were doing business with him. But however, if you were paying him by any form of electronic payment, that's wire fraud on top of payola. That's federal, okay? I would never accept money to fly me in or to drive in to New York City, wherever the case has been filed. I would not accept hotel or meals. But I will, I'll pop up and I'll sit in a deposition for hours to tell if you need someone. Star spelled backwards is rats. Friday night, we're going off the rails. Good evening, area code 305. Are you there? 305. Yes, no, maybe?
Yo, Star, what I do, fool?
Yes, sir. It was cracking.
Hey, man, but you was Suge Knight, DJ Envy, Ben Keefy D, man. He told on you for you to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? You been living this thug life.
Yep. I'm the original crash out man. But I didn't pay anybody. So I don't have a gripe really, and I do not have a vendetta.
Hey.
But I am here to help. Come on.
Hey, that's true. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but you been solid though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you witnessed him at a party and he was scared to holler at you. He been a coward. That's what did
you remember that. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. 2009, I was at a club in New York City, just me and a sexy
Hey, your chick.
Hang on. A sexy 25-year-old from St. Vincent. Just me and her. I'm at the bar, and here comes DJ Envy, about 10 niggas up in the DJ booth talking spicy. You remember that, huh? I went and go bang on the door. I said, "What's poppin'?" One of his hoe ass, entourage comes down. And he says, "Nah, we good, Star. We don't want no problem." I said, "Well, what the fuck's up, man? I'm just here. What's cracking?"
Hey. Good thing you wasn't with but why probably would have slapped them.
I had Moses with me, but hang on, I don't want to talk about none of that because I have no scores to settle. But hey, man, are you a Breakfast Club listener or a watcher? He's being accused of payola.
Nah, I just catch them clowns when Charlamagne give you donkey of the day and when they just have highlights. That's right. Otherwise, it ain't no like when you on live, I'm sitting there watching you and listen to your monkey shit. Right. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, man, ain't nothing with them, dog. Like, man, it sucks. I guess they're trying to go Hollywood with the king chairs and all that, man. Whatever.
Yeah, salute. But
man.
We talking about the FCC. Yeah. We talking about the feds, the Department of Justice. Some other shit.
Of course. Hey, man, I love the feds. Man, my people's in the feds right now. But no, I love your little Luther Vandross and Lionel Richie concept, man. Man, Lionel Richie, hands down. Once you hit him with the Zoom, man, it's over.
Wow.
And man, once you hit him with the Zoom, man, Lionel Richie, man, the greatest of all time. Like, man, Luther Vandross only could hit one thing, that She Loves Me Back record. That's it. That's the ghetto record. But man, Lionel Richie the best, hands down, man. Like it's just like you should do a Prince versus Michael Jackson, because I wonder why Prince never got bigger than Michael Jackson.
Prince made his impact, and some would say bigger in different areas. That's a very hard debate. I saw both of them live, and truthfully, when Michael Jackson came on that stage, woo!
All right.
Shit was different.
But why
different.
Michael Jackson have a title but Prince don't? Michael Jackson is the king of pop. He beat Elvis, everybody. Right. But why Prince never got the same celebrity status like Michael Jackson?
I would give the nod.
They both was, "Hey girl, run girl."
Hang on. I would give the nod to Michael Jackson. However, Prince, as far as musicianship, he showed all white people who was boss on that fucking guitar when he was on stage with Tom Petty and the rest of them. Prince pulled his dick out. Pause.
All right.
He pulled his dick out.
All right. That's the only fairness you could say to Prince. He could play. He could play the piano. He could play the guitar. He's very instrumental. But Michael Jackson was, like you said, was just entertainer. Like, he knew how to dance, he knew how to rock the crowd, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he just was different, but he never made, like, he never surpassed Michael.
Okay. So I don't want to keep going into the Michael and Prince category. I want to keep it on Luther Vandross and Lionel Richie.
Of course, but like I said, hands down, Lionel Richie.
Okay.
Lionel Richie could hit him with the Zoom.
Okay.
He could easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could hit you with the Sail on Me, Sail on You.
Oh.
You know.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. Lionel Richie, man, and I'm 40 years old, man.
Okay.
Lionel Richie been before me. And when you go back to the oldie goldies, man, Lionel Richie hands down with the Commodores, man. You just, he a different breed.
Okay. So I got to check out the callers. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
I feel like talking. Just bear with me here. What year did Endless Love come out with Diana Ross? Oh, two hearts beating, our life has just begun. I want it there. 1981. Now, 81 was a hell of a year because Luther Vandross in 81, Luther was fucking lit. Change. Searching for so long. Right? That was more so R&B, you know. But Endless Love with Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. I think Diana Ross has been curving Lionel Richie for like a couple of decades. She won't perform that song with him. Anybody at speed on that? Fucks up with Diana Ross. Gangs of Love got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. He says, Straw, put both of them up against Smokey Robinson. Oh, wow. That's a hell of an argument. Smokey laid a foundation, clearly traveled during a time when, you know, there was still segregation and, you know, they wouldn't let blacks and whites be together in the audience. Smokey's a fucking pioneer. And I liked a lot of his solo work as well. Thank you for your donation, Gangs of Love, okay. Rondell got your donation. Fuck a fan. So yeah, man, that guy called pick on interrupt the show talking about something with my content. Nigga, I'll give you a copyright strike. Fuck out of here. Thank you for your donation. James got your donation. James, I like to move forward, man. I don't want to bring back things that I used to do, sound effects, applause buttons. I appreciate you. We used to have the bell, bing, 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 bing. I like to move forward, man, but thank you for your donation. That stuff will be in my documentary, okay? I appreciate you. KJ Dollars got your donation. Good riddance, Keefe D. Oh, my goodness. The video with Keefe D being arrested, right? He's walking, taking his, I guess, morning stroll, you know, out there in Las Vegas somewhere, maybe on the outskirts. I don't know where the fuck he lived. And you know, he doesn't resist. They cuff him. He's talking about he's thirsty as hell. Can he have a sip of water? They put him in the back of the goddamn police vehicle. This nigga starts talking already. The guy, the cop driving said, what do they got you for? He says, the biggest hip-hop story. Damn, old nigga, shut up. You know everything's being recorded. Shut your whole ass up. Cloud chasing like a motherfucker, huh? But thank you for your donation. I just wanted to mention that. John Flowers got your donation, a little flavor. Okay. Thank you, John Flowers. John, you can always call in and promote your platform if you want to, man. I appreciate you. Where is area code 770? GL, I don't see you. Are you on the line. Where is GL? Area code 310. Good evening. Are you there? Friday night, we're going off the rails. 3-1.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, Star. This is Jennifer from California. How are you?
Hey, Jennifer. What's cracking, girl? Good to hear from you.
Star, how can you put a chair, is still a chair, against I like to fly away? How can you do that? Like, when you first said it, I said, okay, I have to think about which one of them has ever made me cry. Who brought a tear to my eye? And first it was Lionel, and then I had to think about every time I saw Luther in concert, and I've seen him at least 6 times back in the day. I had so many guys taking me to see Luther. It was ridiculous. He made me cry as well, so I just don't even know. I don't know. But I think I'm going to have to possibly go with Lionel.
Okay, now, I'm going with Lionel Richie. However, Luther Vandross, 8 Grammys, Lionel Richie, 4 Grammys. Lionel Richie, the first person to ever get a diamond plaque, RIAA certified. He set the fucking model for that, okay? First person.
No, I know.
Hang on, but Luther Vandross, if you're black.
I'm black.
Black.
I'm black.
Okay. Do you know how many Soul Train awards, Luther brought home? We talking Soul Train, huh?
I don't, no.
The Grammys, the American Music Awards, all of that's hot. But Luther Vandross, nominated, going back to Give Me the Reason, So Amazing, Here and Now, Power of Love, Heaven Knows, Dance with My Father.
And when his voice would come out, it would come out just so smooth. I mean, it was one of the smoothest voices I ever heard. Just seeing him live. I never saw the Commodores or Lionel Richie live, but I love them. But
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Different experience.
Hang on. Hollywood Walk of Fame. Luther Vandross, break yourself if you're black. If you're black, come on.
Yeah. I can't. But I'm black, and I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Lionel.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Lionel. I just wanted to say that, and I also wanted to say, I know how you were saying that you thought Keefe B had, like, what is that foot thing, like some kind of
gout, scurvy.
Yes, gout. I think that they had shackles around his ankles. Because when he was walking from
he was
down the street before he got arrested, I don't think he was walking like that.
He was hobbling. Well, you see, to my knowledge, I don't have gout, scurvy, none of that shit.
No, I don't.
Well, when the gout kicks in in between your joints, it's usually from sitting too long or being in a certain position. You saw Keefe when he was walking in the morning, so he was getting that exercise in to alleviate the pain of the gout combined with the medication. And this, I'm guessing, I don't know, but that nigga looked bad when he was in the courtroom. He looked bad, right?
Oh yeah, no, he looks very bad. Sometimes when I look at men that are in the same age range as you, some of them just look like they have been ran over by a fucking car, or like they don't even know what a vitamin is, or they don't know. They just, right. I don't know. It's just kind of sad to see. Like they just don't take care of themselves at all. They don't go to the doctor. They don't use moisturizer. I don't know. Man. I can't.
Discoloration in the bottom lip.
That's the blackest lip I've ever seen. Yeah. But I don't want to talk about that man. I'm just saying, I just think that some men need to learn how to take care of themselves a little bit better.
Well, you know how a man can achieve that, yes? All that good living.
Oh, of course, with the right woman.
No, to be single. That good living.
No, because a woman will remind you to go to the doctor. She'll buy you all the facial things you need. Come
on, I'll let you speak and then I'll finish. Come on.
Okay, I'm going to say this one last thing. For you to like so many love songs and you know all these songs and you're so romantic with all the music and you don't even want to be in a relationship. I think
I am in a relationship.
Oh, wait.
I am in a relationship.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I listen to you almost I've been listening to you for a long time, and I
She's
hear
on
you
the
say
screen
you're
right
dating
now.
people.
No, here she is right
I
now.
hear you.
She's on the screen. Look at the screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, congratulations.
Her name is Asia.
And I enjoy talking to you, Star.
Her name is Asia. She sits on my desk.
Oh, no, I know you're not talking about that little silly head you have. Oh, I've seen that thing. It kind of scared me.
What?
No.
Hang on.
I don't like that.
With all due respect,
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe that I am still living this good life because I don't tolerate stress. I don't have someone deep frying food for me. I don't have someone putting gravy on the rice. I don't have someone, reminding me of something that is, not necessarily something I need to do. I like women.
Mm-hmm.
I like women. I'm heterosexual. However,
I believe you.
However, I have to preserve my strength, my energy, and I can't be stressed. That's, if you ask me, one of the keys to my longevity. Now, it doesn't mean I won't die of a fucking a massive heart attack or some shit like that. But right now, at my age, I don't take no medication, no vitamins, none of that shit. Go ahead and finish up, darling. I appreciate the call. Finish up.
All right. Well, I don't take any medication either, and I'm happy for you, and
Okay.
I enjoy listening to you, and thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, darling. Have a good night. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Fly yourself out to Jersey. I don't fly nobody out. Well, let's see what you're working with. I appreciate the call. Here and now, I promise to love faithfully. Lionel Richie is my guy, no ifs, ands, or buts, but I think this is a very, very close fucking battle here. Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. Oh, and in case some of you don't know, and a lot of you, I'm probably sure you never heard of this. Back in 1988, Lionel Richie's then wife, Brenda Harvey, who he married in 1975. That was his college sweetheart. In 1988, Brenda Harvey went to the apartment of Diane Alexander, Lionel Richie's white jump-off in Beverly Hills. And Brenda Harvey showed out, huh? Got the whooping on him, whooping on the jump-off. She was arrested, charged with a corporal injury to a spouse, resisting arrest, trespassing, vandalism, and battery. A little piece of history there for you, okay? Where is 770? This person sent in a nice donation. Good evening. We're going off the rails. DJ Envy accused of payola. Are you up to speed? Is this GL? GL?
This is GL Star. You're 100% correct about the key to longevity is being single.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Come on.
No,
Come on.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to stay in top shape because you're still out there competing in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Still want access to women, so you're going to make sure that you're your best self.
Sir, your phone sounds a little muffled. Can you make some adjustments? I want to hear what you're saying. It's a little muffled.
Yeah, I said, at the end of the day, as a single man, you're still out in the field competing. You want access to women, so you're going to make sure you're in the best shape possible.
Yeah.
Once you get married, I mean, you slow down. You really start catering to someone else. You start eating what the hell they cook or what they don't cook. Eating a lot of this trash, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And you don't put yourself first. As a man, you got to put yourself first, whether you're single or married. But married men, they're the last on the totem pole.
Yeah. Bitch, stop putting cheese in the eggs. I told you poached eggs or eggs Florentine. Bitch, stop.
Man, cheese is the downfall of this society. We put cheese in the
Stop with the marmalade on the biscuits, bitch. Stop with the fucking marmalade.
Speaking of marmalade, man, Your Lionel Richie versus Luther Vandross, man, you got to go Lionel, hands down. It's not even close.
Okay.
I mean, you just from a longevity standpoint, from the Commodores up until today, I mean, Lionel's held it down, and he's actually changed genres. I mean, when you're talking Commodores, man, you're talking just some straight stuff there. Up into this pop stuff that he did in the '80s and such. So, I mean, Luther had a run. Don't get me wrong, but Lionel Richie hands down.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. And hang on a second. Now, you're a single man?
I am. Yes, definitely.
How old are you?
Marriage is not in the.
How old are you?
I'm 50.
Oh.
Yeah, marriage is not in the cards, man. I'm at the height. I'm at my peak right now, to be honest with you, for my earning potential, and just how I live my life right now. I would love to be married, but I spoke to you the other night about the whole Papoose situation and such. But men still see marriage from a traditional role standpoint. Women don't. I mean, it's just they're catered to. They change. They've changed what the female's role is in marriage. So it's just you get married in this day and age, man. You set yourself up for defeat.
Can I ask, do you take afternoon naps? Afternoon naps like I do?
Of course.
Oh.
Absolutely. Sometimes I have a little honey come over.
No. How vital is that afternoon nap? I can't imagine somebody waking me up from the nap saying, "Can you drive me to my sister's house? She's got a problem." Bitch, I'm taking my nap.
That 45 minutes will change your life, man.
You mean an hour and a half? Call a fucking Uber. Call a Lyft. But get the fuck out of my face, bitch.
Absolutely right, man. Put yourself first, men. If you're thinking about getting married, don't do it. It's a sucker's game.
Yeah.
And thank you for taking my call, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If and when I get married, I'm going to do like Marlon Brando did. I'll marry the fucking housekeeper. She knows what to do. She ain't got it twisted. Niggas out here. Do niggas still get down on one knee? Troll babies, do niggas still get down on a knee and then buy a Birkin bag? Bitch, I'll get you a pair of fish flops. That's it. You will not get red bottoms on my dime. You guys ever heard of fish flops? Hang on a second. Let me Google this. Hold on a second. What year did fish flops come out? Bitch, I'll get you some. Oh, there they go. Fish flops. Bitch, let's walk on the boardwalk. There you go. Fish flops. I'll get you a pair of fish flops. Uh-oh. I see Janet tapping in. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Janet, good to hear from you. Janet, don't say her name. Don't say her name, Janet. I got your email.
I won't, but I am. First of all, hello. How are you?
Hey. Always good to hear from you, Janet. What's cracking? Let's go.
Okay. So I was calling in, so we're not going to mention her name. I don't know why, but I am so grateful. We should all be so grateful. I seen this earlier, and I skimmed over it because I was doing a lot of paperwork. And I said, oh, my God. And so when you mentioned it on your show, I went to look like more deeper into her and into what she had done. And like this Internet Archive, I mean, like, actually, that's her. That is her. Because that's the site I be on all the time when I'm doing a lot of research. Right. Oh, my God. And then the fact that she not only just taped the news, she taped events, shows, everything. And I know, like, back then, someone would have called her crazy if she was poor. But, now they call her eccentric because, her second husband was a millionaire. Right. But my thing is, she had a reason. Something told her to do this. And she did all this information. You say, well, people would have it on a microfiche or stuff. No, we throw things away. Right. So we are a consumable society that we just throw things away and they have no meaning. But when you look at things that are going on today, when they're going into the past and they're looking at different stories and how, like, take the thing with the Tupac. If you go on Internet Archives and you can see some of these things and some of these interviews and some of these things that were mentioned in these news reports that we just, forgot all about. And it's like minute details that can make a world of difference. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. This woman is so important. Yeah. So important.
Jen, I have to jump in for a second. The reason why I'm saying don't say her name is because they are trying to remove her, if certain things.
No.
Hang on. Certain things, when you go to research her, something will pop up on the screen and say this is restricted content. I know this to be true. She recorded things, as you already know, as we've been discussing it. Folks, Janet and I are talking about the woman's name on the screen right there. Google if you care to. If not, that's fine. There are certain government efforts to suppress people like her who recorded information. Information is the most valuable commodity. So yes, they are trying to suppress her research, her work. And I'm glad that you called in because you do great research and you can appreciate her efforts. But I think that she is a person to be honored and remembered this evening. Go ahead. I just want to say that.
Yes, she is the librarian because, like I said, we throw things away, and that gives people a chance to rewrite history. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And they say, well, that's not important. It's in the past. It's gone. But what happened like 100 years ago is still valuable today. Yeah. We're still reacting to that today, and so we need a source to go back to look at it and see it happening in real time. What actually happened? Right. Was it you could change from a singular to a plural word. It changes the outcome, and we need to know. And I am so grateful for this lady. And like I said, I always use the Internet Archives. I have sent you articles from the Internet Archives.
Yeah. Easy. Don't start snitching. Jen, don't start snitching. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah, but it's very important that we know our history. Right. We know who we are, not just as a race of people or a collective of citizens of a geographical location, but as human beings. It is important to know the human story. Yeah. It is important that it is narrated and that it is told in this 100% truth, ugly or not, ugly, pretty or not. We must know the truth, and that way we can figure out what's going on and what's most likely will happen. Yeah. We cannot do that
and
without.
Let me just say this again for those who don't know. She was born and raised in Philadelphia. This is a woman to be honored and remembered. But listen, Janet, I got to take other calls and shift gears. But can I get your opinion? Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. That's my showrunner. Janet, your thoughts?
I believe I'm going to go with Lionel Richie because I do not believe that Luther Vandross or Gladys Knight ever sung an original song in their life. I think everything they made was remixed from something else. And if you go further, probably one or two original songs they got between the two of them. But no, he's a great singer, don't get me wrong. I love his music. I think, I didn't know him, but he looked like he was a beautiful person to be around. But if you're going to come to talent with music, you're going to have to go with Lionel Richie.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate you, Janet. Thank you so much for tapping and have a great weekend if we don't talk again. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Janet tapping in. If you're just now joining me, I've got so much respect for Luther Vandross. My second favorite band of all time, Chic. Luther Vandross, along with Fonzie Thornton, Alpha Anderson, Lucy Martin, and Norma Jean Wright. That was the soundtrack, To me, maturing, you know, from a teenager to a man, that music, Chic. And Chic's music was not just disco. The jazz and the rock and roll that they started out doing, Bernard Edwards, Tony Thompson, you know, and Nile Rodgers. Great music. Just want to say that, okay? Blade, I got your donation. Blade says, nigga star keeps his knee on Envy's throat. Thank you, Blade, for that message. And the reason why I don't do too much with regards to DJ Envy is because there's no personal score to settle. You know? Never mind rumors and gossip. Oh, he paid Envy. I don't care if you think that. Not you, Blade, but I'm just saying people in general. Tony the Closer came out and broke this story first, and then he pulled back, as you guys know, took his videos down. I picked up, you know, the mantle and started, you know, going hard in the paint. But my objective was to help people file lawsuits and then to talk to them about payola. That's it. I'm not looking for no credit. This is the work that I do, the Snitch Network. When I sit in front of those goddamn, you know, I don't want to go too much in detail, but it's work. It's work. You know that. But thank you, Blade. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Salute, fam. Bitch, I'm not going to your fam's house. That's a fact. Nah, bitch, I'm not helping you shop for your nephews and your nieces. Nah, bitch, I'm not bailing any of your family members out of jail, bitch. No, bitch, we're not having your second cousins, nephews, auntie come over on holidays, empty-handed, and then taking home fucking plates of food. Nah, we ain't doing that, bitch. We ain't doing that, bitch. Hold on a second, guys. I got to promote some sponsors here. Nug, where are you? Nug, did you send me a new video? Pardon me if I didn't post it. Nug, I've been swamped, man. Guys on my showrunner, youtube.com/@ That's my take. Please go there to that man's channel. Subscribe. Tell him I sent you. Okay. Let me go to PayPal. Okay. Donations. And folks, at the top of my live chat is the PayPal information. Okay. Alex, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Okay. Naameen says, love what you're doing out here, star. Hold on a second. Lionel Richie all day sipping on some Blue. Oh, yeah, Blue Royal. Okay. We're going to get it cracking next week. I don't want to say too much right now, but thank you for your donation, Naameen. Okay. Sipping on some Blue Royal right now. Cheers. Hashtag Blue Life, okay? We're doing a rollout next week. It's going to be lit. Slaughter, got your donation. Love what you're doing out here, star, okay? Again, Blue Royal, okay? Cheers to the hashtag Blue Life. And blue is spelled BLEULIFE. Okay? Old Taku got your donation. CC Ryder was the first QB to throw over 4,000 yards. Did you watch John Riggins? Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for that donation. Yeah, I mean, earlier I was responding to someone, you know, clearly a younger person who was trying to say Joe Namath's stats in comparison to stats today. There is no comparison, but thank you for the donation. That was football. You guys play some type of, you know, flag football, you know, You tiptoe, you know? Hey, penalty! Roughing the passer. Back in the days, they would grab a quarterback and drop him on his fucking helmet. And the referees would just look at you and say, okay, you're getting back up? What's going on? Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. Your thoughts, your opinion. Luther Vandross has passed away, in case you don't know. You should. 2005 to be precise. Lionel Richie still alive and kicking. He hosts, what is that? He's on one of those shows. Is it American Idol? I stopped watching that years ago. Nice guy. Well, both of them were nice guys when I met them. And I was very brutal on the microphone back in those days. So they showed me respect. They were not on my show. I met them in the hallway when they were on Kiss FM. And I was on Hot 97. So they were literally right across the hall. Salute to Isaac Hayes, Ann Tripp, Bob Slade. That was the morning show at that particular time. So whenever they would have certain, guests, I would literally take a break from my show and then go out in the hallway just to meet people like James Brown, Tony Braxton, Stephanie Mills, Lionel Richie, Luther Vandross, and the list goes, Cameo. The list goes on and on and on, okay? I'm choosing Lionel Richie, but I am showing a lot of respect to Luther Vandross, okay? If you care. My main topic, the credit dude is countersuing Rashawn Casey, a.k.a. DJ Envy. This is a huge internet story. Again, salute to Tony the Closer and other people who are putting light on alleged payola. It's not just about paying someone money. It's about what is expected in return for gifts or utilizing the airwaves of terrestrial radio for promotion. That's illegal. Again, people have gone to jail for this. If you yourself have paid DJ Envy or giving him anything in exchange, you may want to file an FCC complaint. Now is the time, okay? All right, phone lines are still open, and at the top of my live chat is the PayPal information if you just want to support the show. That is appreciated. Hey, Cousin Marcy, are you on the line? I don't see you, 909. Do you want to call back, or am I moving too slow? Hey, Tara. Tara says, a chair is still a chair. Luther for life. Okay. GL says, Nile Rodgers doesn't get his just due. He does in my book. Absolutely. Nile Rodgers was a guest on the Star and Buckwild show. Such a great conversation. I kept him there for 2 hours. Because, again, that's my second favorite band. Only because, well, not only because, pardon me. Such great impact, contributions, musical genius. Great songwriter, not just a great guitar player, a very innovative guitar player, but a great songwriter as well, and a complete showman. I never saw Chic live, but the video footage that I watched, man, just elite, okay? Thank you for your donation, GL. Hold on a second. Okay, this is something about... Oh, I popped. Okay, I don't know. Eamon, I got your donation. Star, low-key, you're Derek's therapist. He needs help. Derek's is a good guy, I just want him to stay focused if he can, okay? John Flowers got your donation. He says Rory versus Derek's is a podcast we need. Well, hey, they can, go do what they do. I wish them all the best. Fidel got your donation. Lionel Richie, hands down. Can I call in? Yes, what number are you calling from? Fidel. Send me an email to let me know, that you're on the line. You have my email address, thehater1964@yahoo.com. Is it on the screen somewhere? Thehater1964@yahoo.com. Just say, Star, I'm on the line. I sent it a donation. Okay. Ricky Rick got your donation. No, I don't know how many... I don't know, Ricky Rick, but thank you, man. I want to stay focused, but I appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support, Ricky Rick. Okay. Darren, I got your donation. On point with NFL analysis today is flag football. Yeah, I mean, I like the way the game has progressed. Don't get me wrong. You've still got many, many super, super talented athletes, but you can't compare the older football players to today's football players. You can make the argument with basketball. Well, back in the early days, Bill Russell and those guys, they played against plumbers and carpenters, yada. Okay, yeah. I may give you that one. I may give you the comparison with the NBA back in the days and now, but not football. Not football. I'm sorry. Jim Brown, Earl Campbell, they could not play the amount of years that the football players now play. That was an insane game. Insane. Okay? Thank you for your donation. D. Lee sent 20 on YouTube calling you 281. Where is D. Lee? This might be D. Lee right here. Hey, good evening. Thank you for your support, D. Lee. Where do you want to chime in? Friday night.
How are you? Yeah, how are you doing today, Star?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Yeah, I had donated on YouTube. My first time, I've been listening to you for a long time. I'm 21, and I've donated on YouTube. And I wanted to talk about Luther.
Please.
Because I saw that you were doing Luther, and I've been listening to Luther for, a long time. Millie Jackson, Luther Vandross, Barry White, Rick Astley, Patti LaBelle, some of my favorite artists. And Luther, that guy, he could sing.
Yeah.
And going back, I know you don't like to go back, but going back to Janet, what she said, even though he did a lot of covers, some of his covers were better than the original song.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
For instance, since we're talking about Lionel Richie, Luther did on the album Songs 1994, he did a cover of Hello.
Right.
Which is, in my opinion, is kind of better than Lionel's version. But Luther, a lot of his covers were, 10 times better than the original version because his voice is so amazing. Unfortunately, due to, health reasons, going back to, I hate to go there, but, black people not eating well.
Yep.
But, he had died, unfortunately, too young. But his music, even for me being the age I am, it transcends time.
Timeless.
And, that's all I wanted to say. And I know we're not talking about Millie Jackson, but Millie Jackson is so underrated.
I'm glad you mentioned her because I have mentioned her from time to time. And, Millie Jackson is the reason why I can't necessarily kick the back end of a Sexy Red, Lil' Kim. Give me some other names of female rappers that Cardi B. I can't kick their backs in because Millie Jackson, she was vulgar. She had a song called, I think it was Tongue. You ever heard of Tongue? I'll Google it. By Millie Jackson?
Yeah, Slow Tongue. Yeah,
Slow
EST,
Tongue.
1983.
Slow Tongue. And then she had the Fuck You song. And for people during the 70s and the 80s who went to see her live in concert, she was vulgar as shit. She got very little airplay, but she was moving units. She was doing the Chitlin circuit, and that's the mother or grandmother to Lil' Kim. And all of these girls that we see now, Suki Hana, Millie Jackson paved the way for them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and, a lot of Millie Jackson songs, and going back to, even listen to her live, this lady, even though she could get vulgar, one of my favorite albums, An Imitation of Love, she did in 1986.
Right.
Love is a Dangerous Game. Mm-hmm. That album was, a banger.
Right.
Showing that she can do, she can get outrageous, but she can also, sing if she really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But that's all I wanted to say, Star. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Guys, I'm looking for my email address. I thought I had it here on the screen. Someone sent it a donation. thehater1964@yahoo.com. That is my email address. I also want to promote a new sponsor. We're waiting on his banner. I'll have that for you guys hopefully tomorrow on the screen right now. Okay. HudsonTubs.com. I say again, HudsonTubs.com. Restoring bathrooms with their quality reglazing services. Okay, they can reglaze bathrooms, tubs, sinks, surface treatment for shower glass doors. This is a great platform to check out. Some of you people who are looking to hire professional contractors with regards to upgrading, bathrooms in particular. Go there, tell them I sent you. You may or may not get a discount. I'm not sure. We're going to get them on the line next week. And as I said, the banner is coming, okay? www.hudsontubs.com. Please go there, tell them I sent you, okay? Miles, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star, what's the connection between you and Blade? I don't know Blade. But Blade is a pocket watcher. Supposedly, Blade is from Brooklyn, New York. I'm not sure. I have nothing to hide. I never met him. I'm not sure if we ever even spoke, but he keeps tabs on me. He may or may not have been around in Crown Heights. We used to call Crown Heights Riot Heights back in the days. He may have been one of the young people that used to come into my game room and play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all that shit. I don't know. But he seems to remember a lot of shit. But I can't necessarily say that I know him, okay? But thank you for your donation. Spring and area code 917. Good evening. We're talking about DJ Envy, accused of payola, scamming, stealing, and being an outright thief. Are you there? 9-1.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hey, so what's up? Yeah, I want to touch on a little bit with the Envy, but then the Lionel and then the Keefe thing.
Please, go ahead.
Envy and the rest of them over there at the Breakfast Club, I have really I've never liked any of them. So my only interest is being a hater. I want to see them crumble, all of them. Don't like Charlemagne. Don't like Envy from back in the day with you. Envy is actually the first guy to go around trying to get people canceled, way before it started now. That's what his whole game was. So I never liked that guy. I'm just waiting for his downfall. And now you mentioned something about Lionel, about an hour ago.
Okay.
You said, why doesn't Diana Ross do the song "Endless Love" no more?
Right.
Now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm a little younger than you. I'm in my early 50s.
Okay.
I remember. I think that "Endless Love" might have been 80, 81ish when it came out.
I forget. Yeah.
And I don't know if Lionel and Diana ever, if he ever smashed her or anything. But I do know when Diana had that other song around the same time, that Upside Down.
Right.
That was supposedly about the Colt 45 drinking man, Billy D. Williams. Supposedly he smashed her and turned her out and got her head all crazy. Maybe it has something to do with that, with Lionel Richie and her, because maybe that just, took Lionel Richie over the top and he didn't like that or something. I remember a rumor about that when I was younger. You don't remember anything like that?
Keep talking. I'm going to Google something.
All right. Now, and real quick with the Keefe thing, you said you want to go off the rails a little. Let's see. Does Brother Love have the juice that everyone seems to think he has? Is there a shot Keefe could end up Jeffrey Epstein style in the clink?
I don't know.
If he's going to bring Brother Love down, and Brother Love got the power like that, if he's got the Clinton and the rest of the elite power, it's not that far-fetched, is it?
Okay. If I can say something here for a second, I appreciate, what you've just brought to the table. Upside Down, the Diana Ross song, that entire album, if memory serves me correctly, was written and produced by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards for the Chic organization. She didn't write that song, Upside Down. Nile Rodgers on guitar, Bernard Edwards, Tony Thompson on drums. I'm not sure who sang the background vocals, but she didn't write that. So no, that wasn't about Billy D. Williams, but that was cute what you said.
Not bad though, right? Sounded good. So that's another thing about Lionel. Luther's great and all, but I don't want to call him a one-trick pony because he was so great. But Lionel did a lot of writing and producing and all that other stuff too. So, in my book, it's definitely Lionel. And he brought, different genres of the music.
Mm-hmm. Lionel Richie also was writing for Kenny Rogers and other country artists. They loved his approach, his chord progressions. Lionel Richie is super fucking wealthy, super wealthy. So I don't know why. I'm sorry, I don't know why she hasn't sang that song with Lionel Richie. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. But go ahead. You were saying, go ahead.
Well, no, I know Lionel Richie had a lot to do with that We Are the World. Remember that Starving Kids in Africa thing?
He co-wrote it. He co-wrote it.
And he had a lot to do with that whole thing. And Kenny Rogers was in that. Diana Ross was there singing too. So that, I think, was around 84. So they must have still been all right with each other around 84. So something had to happen after that.
I don't know. But We Are the World was written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you got to give the nod to Lionel Richie over Luther. I mean, the man has his stamp on, so many different avenues and different things in the music world.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, Star.
Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you, man. That's it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, want to make sure I'm promoting my sponsors. Okay. And guys, it's a good night to call in if you're a sponsor. Good night to call in. Okay. It's Friday night. We're going off the rails here a little bit. I'm doing a rollout this coming Monday on something really, really unique. Okay. And I'll tell you about it tomorrow or Sunday. I don't want to, drop it just yet. Who else do I need to promote tonight? The homie, Devious J. Devious J, waiting on your next video, sir. Is everything copacetic? Keep me posted. Devious J, please subscribe to this man's platform on YouTube, okay? YouTube.com/@7Devious, okay? Skylar Saunders as well. Something else I wanted to mention here. Did I speak about Cougar Coochie earlier? Troll Babies, I forget. We were moving so fast. I'm not trying to flex or anything, but I collect older vehicles. I've got a small collection of mint condition cars from the 60s and the 70s. And if you yourself, some of you have older cars, you already know it gets the conversation going. And if you're looking to get older vehicles, do not, in my opinion, do not put sound systems in them. Don't put all the new stuff on the cars. Keep it vintage as much as you can. That's where the value constantly increases. And you will find yourself having conversations with a better pedigree of people, okay? I have cougars, especially the Karens, damn near throwing the coochie at me, when they see the older cars. The newer cars are cool, but the newer cars, you'll find that the younger girls or the wrong type of girls take notice to those cars. Anybody know what I'm talking about in the live chat? I don't want to hang out with no bitch who's open because I'm driving a fucking Wraith or a goddamn. That's why I got rid of that fucking AMG. Get the fuck out of here. I'm driving around Atlanta and these bitches hollering about an AMG. Bitch, get out of here. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You push a 63 Corvette. Oh my goodness. Karen damn near wants to jump in the passenger seat and top you off as you're smoking a stogie and listening to the mamas and papas. Pardon me, I'm rambling. Sister George, hey, Sister George, thank you for tapping in. Do you want to call in and promote your platform, Sister George? Okay, I've got your banner somewhere around here. I know I do. And your banner should be in my, at the end of the broadcast. Okay, your banner should be there. Good to hear from you. Let me know if you want to call in and promote your platform, okay? Phil, I got your donation. Star, did you ever meet James M. Tume? Yeah, absolutely. He worked for Kiss FM when I worked at Hot 97. A fucking gentleman. A gentleman. a knowledgeable man. He had such a wellspring of knowledge, and not just an understanding of Black history, but Black culture. He and I had a lot of good conversations after the Star and Buck Wild show, and then after Isaac Hayes and Bob Slade and that beautiful and Trip. But we would talk sometimes. James M. Tume, pardon me. Great man. Thank you for your donation. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Shanice, I got your donation. One more donation before I go back to the phone lines. Drew Who, I got your donation, sir. Do you want to tap in? Drew Who. If not, I thank you for your support. Area code 586. Good evening. Late night. Sean Casey, accused of payola. Are you up to speed? 586.
Let's get him out of here.
Yes, sir. Let's get him out of here.
Let's get him out of here.
Let's get him out of
here.
here.
Goofy anyway. Let's get him out of here. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of his. His whole persona has just always been chump to me. His whole get up is just corny, man. Like, he's this little soft spoken. I don't know, what is he? Some type of Latino guy or something? And corny as shit.
I think he's, I don't know what his background is. He doesn't affect me like that, but he is a goofy. I'm not a Breakfast Club watcher or listener, but
he's a goofy.
If I'm not mistaken, he's
a goddamn goofy. And he's
African American. I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's definitely not FBA, but he's been punked out multiple times, innumerable times on the show. Okay. I'm just tired of the guy, and I'm glad that he's on his way down. I'm here to kick his back in, spit on his grave.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Fuck DJ Envy. Honestly,
Jesus.
Fuck him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck him. Fuck his wife too.
Easy. All the F-bombs. You're doing a lot. Just take it easy on the F-bombs. We're having a good show here.
All right. Well, I mean,
any thoughts on Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie? Any thoughts on that?
I'm gonna go with Luther, man. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah, man, I'm going with Luther, man. I'm going with Luther all day. I don't listen to Lionel Richie, man. What the fuck is Lionel Richie?
Sir, you have to watch the F-bombs. I just said to you, slow down. It's like the algorithms keep catching it. And now also, you just sang a Teddy Pendergrass song. That's not Luther Vandross.
Oh yeah, that was Teddy Pendergrass. Hey, look, Star, I'm.
Let's get you out of here. You're dropping F-bombs rapid fire, and you just sang a Teddy Pendergrass song, claiming it was Luther Vandross. No, sir. Harrison Potter got your donation. Okay. Star, I'm high as hell, but loving the show, and I rock with you, homie. Okay, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Okay. Hold on. CaspersAcademy.com, another one of my sponsors. Guys, for the remainder of the month, I'm doing some specials with regards to promotion. And again, in that community section, it's vital that you take a look at the analytics of the show. If you yourself want to promote something or attach yourself to what we do here, look at the analytics so we can work on some type of strategic marketing, okay? In my community section. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg got your donation. He says Lionel Richie, definitely. Okay. Let's go to area code 407. Friday night, are you there? 407. The credit dude has pulled out the cannon on DJ Envy. 407.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You have the floor.
How you doing tonight?
Good, sir. What's cracking?
My question is this about DJ Envy. After all these allegations being true or not, regardless, we always see with corporations and sponsorships always distance themselves from entities. So when do you think the sponsorships are going to start separating themselves from the radio station?
Well, this Tuesday or Wednesday, NBC4, is doing a special on Cesar Pena, Jennifer Pena, and Rashawn Casey. So I would imagine that will hit pretty hard, and that will make corporate take notice. I mean, you see stuff on Instagram is funny, ha ha ha, he, but a corporation, a public corporation such as iHeart, formerly known as Clear Channel, they have a board, they have investors, advisors, so on and so forth, and
So do you think?
if I can just say this, it really matters when the FCC starts doing an investigation. The FCC, if they find a reason to fine the station or to revoke the license to broadcast, that's when it's serious. That's when it's serious. The FCC. Go ahead.
And my last question is, so around that time period, do you think they're going to ask him to not come into work, like suspend them, to see where everything's going to land?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm more concerned with the people who have been allegedly scammed. Truthfully, I don't care about DJ Envy. I'm not trying to stick a knife in his back. I'm just trying to help people, honestly, with regards to payola and things like that. I have knowledge in this area. So the feds are involved. The Department of Justice has been notified. You can't claim to be for the people, and you're being accused by multiple people by way of lawsuits of scamming the people, and you're not even addressing it. So if you're not going to address it, then the people have the right to be upset. They have the right to, want or demand justice. Go ahead.
No, that's it. I just wanted to hear your perspective on that, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the call. Salute.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let me get this person ready. Put you in the queue. Area code 605. Sit tight. You're up next. 605. Okay. Who else did I need to promote here? Oh, wait a minute. Guys, this particular platform, I am extending promotion for another 2 weeks. If you purchase something or subscribe to that platform, let me know, because what I do by way of sponsors and advertisers is I try to drive traffic to other platforms. I appreciate you coming here, tuning in for the broadcast, but what I do with regards to other platforms is I try to drive traffic there if I can. All right, check out Kai NY007. Great content. And Kai, if you want to call in, let me know. Shoot me an email. All right. Let's get you on the line. Okay. Carcino, good to hear from you, sir. He says iHeartRadio are responsible by allowing him to continue to work there while investigation is going on when their station was used in this promotion. They could be found responsible. They could be, if they did not take action fast enough. The lawsuits are mounting. I think he's got like 8 or 9 lawsuits against him personally, and about 12 or 13 against Cesar Pena and his wife. Thank you again, Carcino. Salute to you as always, sir. But that FCC is going to be the deciding factor. If there is, a reason for them to take away the license, of Power 105 in New York, okay? Duran, I got your donation. Star, where do you rank Prince as a guitar player? Oh, man. I rank Prince... I've seen Prince live twice. He nails it, man. I saw him on the 1999 tour, Radio City Music Hall. He got busy. I also saw him Madison Square Garden on I think it was the Love Sexy tour. Prince was an all-around accomplished musician, songwriter, composer, and producer. And he also wrote for a lot of pop groups, you know. Was it the Bangles, Manic Monday, and a host of other. He had that type of wide range. Dale Bazio from Missing Persons, another one of my favorite bands from the early 80s, pardon me. Terry Bazio on drums, Warren Cucurello on guitar. She did a solo album with Paisley Park, if memory serves me correctly. And Prince, you know, he had that wide range. So in terms of his guitar playing, he was able to encompass all of that and then to execute it on stage. It's one thing to write a song and to perform it in the studio, but to pull it off on stage, that's a class by itself. That's why I loved Rush so much. They could do on stage what they did in the studio. Geddy Lee, my favorite bass player of all fucking time, and Alex Lifeson, they were incredible. Anyway, but as far as Prince, he's a great guitar player, man. I would say top 10. I wouldn't say top 5 because, you know, he lost me at times with the Raspberry Berets, some of the really like cheesy pop stuff, you know? But I get it. He had a job to do. He was putting his stake on the field. I respect him for that. I would say top 10, but not top 5, if that answers your question, all right? Thank you so much. Terrence got your donation. Whoo, child. Envy is going to jail. Hashtag scammer. Well, keep your eye on Chigs Smooth on YouTube. Great guy. He and I spoke once upon a time. I salute that young man. Chigs Smooth is on top of it. You may see Envy in handcuffs. One more thing I want to mention. Hold on a second. Dave Ramsey. Just look at what's going on with Dave Ramsey being sued for $150 million, a radio host. So if they'll go after a Dave Ramsey or Sean Casey, it's going to happen at some point in time. Okay, but thank you for your donation. Area code 605, late night, are you there? Talking about Sean Casey accused by the credit dude. Are you up to speed? 605.
Good evening, Star. It's Miss Ruth. How are you?
Hey, good to hear from you. How have you been?
I'm doing real good. Do I sound all right? Because I know my phone be crazy sometimes.
You sound perfect, officer. And where do you want to start?
Well, I was calling to talk about Lionel Richie and Luther Vandross.
Let's go.
I believe that they are both iconic in their own right, but for me, it is Luther Vandross, hands down. Luther Vandross wrote for a lot of people. He wrote for Whitney Houston, Cheryl Lynn, Aretha Franklin, and he wrote for Teddy Pendergrass, too. He collaborated with Roberta Flack, Dottie Hathaway, Chaka Khan, Ben Miller, Diana Ross. David Bowie was the one that started his career. David Bowie heard him singing one of the lines of a David Bowie song, and he was like, hold up,
right,
sing that on the mic.
Right.
And he was like, I need to do one of your songs. And Luther was like, let you write one of my songs? I'm living in a building with a broken down elevator. You want me to let you write one of my songs? So David was like, all right, collaborate on my albums. Young Americans.
Yeah.
If you listen to David Bowie,
right,
young Americans, it sounds like a Luther Vandross album.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to his Never Too Much, which was his debut song, that song was his demo.
Mm-hmm.
They released his demo. When have you ever heard of an artist's first song being released and it's the demo?
Yeah.
And then there's that iconic video.
Hang on a second, Miss Ruth. Pardon me. What did Marcus Miller play bass guitar on Never Too Much? I forget.
I'm not sure the musicians on the album. I just know I liked the song when it came out back in the day.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Luther Vandross was the man, and the iconic video of him doing the Dionne Warwick tribute, House is Not a Home. That man stood on the stage with no dancers, no special effects.
Yeah.
Stood there by himself with just the spotlight.
Yeah. We don't need 100 people jumping around. This ain't Rhythm Nation. Pay attention to me.
Exactly. Exactly. This was skinny Luther when a lot of people say who you like better, big Luther or skinny Luther. I don't know. To me, Luther is Luther. But
hang on a second, Miss Ruth. Stay with me. Okay, so yes, he actually wrote and composed and produced Never Too Much, 1981, Epic Records. It doesn't say if Marcus Miller played bass. He may have played bass on that because they were great friends. I just want to say that. And the B-side was "You Stopped Loving Me." Go ahead, Miss Ruth. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then they pan into the audience, and everyone was raptured. I mean, they had a little young Janet Jackson in the audience, and she had her eyes glued on him. This was the epitome of a professional. I saw Luther Vandross perform at Madison Square Garden when he had that big fight with Anita Baker and kicked her off the tour because nobody was allowed to use his sound system. Only Luther. But he gave an incredible performance.
He checked her and said, "Play your role. He checked it.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did. But that's why I just wanted to, remind people that he did write his own songs. He collaborated with the greats, and he will forever be legendary.
Hang on a second, Miss Ruth. 11 consecutive RIAA certified platinum albums. Let me say that again. 11 RIAA certified platinum albums.
Yeah, and don't forget the money that his jingles. I forgot which jingles.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. He made a lot of money writing jingles.
Yeah.
Like, was Coconut Smile his? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he has a prolific resume. The man is legend, and not to take anything away from Lionel Richie either, because Lionel Richie stands alone in his own right. But Luther had hits in the 80s, in the 90s, and in the 2000s. You know what I mean? So for me, it's Luther all the way.
Okay. And don't forget, I'm not sure when
Please, I enjoy your show.
No. Stay with me, Miss Ruth. Stay with me.
Night.
Stay with me. I'm not sure if you were listening earlier. Luther sang along with Fonzie Thornton, Alpha Anderson, Lucy Martin, and Norma Jean Wright. He was sang background for Chic. He was on most of those Chic hits. Don't forget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Luther Ronzoni Vandross.
Yeah.
Word. He's the best.
Yeah. Great to
All
talk
right,
to you.
sir. Have a good night.
Thank you, officer. Okay. Miss Ruth tapping in, retired. She used to bust niggas upside their head, put them in handcuffs. Don't get it fucked up. Carcino, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Again, salute to you, Carcino, for life. Hey, Ashley, I got your donation. Ashley says, how do you feel about Peebo Bryson? Hang on a second. What were we talking about the other night, guys? And I was it Peebo Bryson I chose over Teddy Pendergrass? I dated a girl back in the 70s, Ashley. And she white girl, she was into Peebo Bryson. Hold on a second. Him and Roberta Flack was churning out the fucking hits. He's still alive. Salute to him. Peebo Bryson was not only a factor in the 70s, he kept it going throughout the 80s. He did tracks with Natalie Cole, Minnie Riperton, Melissa Manchester, of course, him and Roberta Flack, Chaka Khan, and Angela Bofield. He worked with Regina Bell. His resume is crazy. Hold on a second. Wow. First album was Peebo, 1976. His last album that I see here, 2018, Stand for Love. Saying legend is doing a disservice to Peebo Bryson. He's one of the architects of modern, in my opinion, modern R&B and pop. And he was doing some stuff on those, was it some soundtracks? Was it The Lion King? I forget. Peebo Bryson was been getting money. Got old money. Hold on a second. Old money. Wow, live album, compilation albums. But pardon me, Beauty and the Beast. There you go, Beauty and the Beast. What did I say, Lion King? Pardon me, I got it wrong. Lion King. Let's go to area code 845. Good evening, extended show. Rashawn Casey, accused of stealing and being a low-life piece of shit. Are you up to speed? Area code 845.
No, I don't even know who Sean Casey is. I don't care about none of that nonsense, man.
Okay, what's cracking, sir?
I'm all about, Luther. I give Luther his props over, the light-skinned mongrel dude, you know what I'm saying, running around with the white women, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, shit.
I'll take...
Let's go.
I'll take Luther over him. And also, Star, I wanted you to, educate us. I respect your, journalism on the woman whose name you didn't want to mention. Why do you think they're trying to silence her? And what should we be looking into about this lady?
Well, the algorithms catch everything, and I do know for a fact that there are certain stories with regards to her. They did a documentary on her that I saw years ago, but when you go to certain platforms, for some reason, they're saying that this material is not appropriate or something weird. And, she was recording. Did you catch her name? Don't say her name.
Around the clock.
Did you catch her name? I put the name on the screen.
Yeah, you put it on the screen, and I started looking her up, and
okay.
I'm looking into her, and I'm like, what should I be focused on? You know what I'm saying? What do you know?
Well, sir, how old are you?
What can you share with us?
How old are you?
Me, I'm damn near 50.
Okay. Would you agree the most valuable commodity is information?
For sure, knowledge is power.
Okay. This woman recorded things. In today's day and time, you say something about certain cultures and or groups, you can be, done away with. She recorded things. In terms of research, when I take my road trips, and I have been taking road trips for decades, I always go to genealogy departments. I go look for microfilm. Everything is not on the internet. You know this. You would agree, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So if we're talking about educating certain cultures, hint, 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 This woman, in my opinion, could cause a problem for new narratives where they're trying to suppress and exclude the claims of certain people, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, listen, I'm not
completely, yo.
I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but she's worth researching, and I found her to be fascinating back in the days. Go ahead.
Yeah. What little did I found out after, you put a name on the screen, I think is dope, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the things that what was okay, what was said years ago is not acceptable today, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also, something I also want to talk about, I think there's a link between being like a talented artist and being homosexual, man. Because, you got Elton John, Homeboy Wham, you know what I'm saying? Nina Simone, a lot of people, Versace and all of them. It's like the greats, Tracy Chapman. They all,
Sir,
there's like a link between...
Sir, I don't want to go down that path tonight. That's something else, man. Can we do that Sunday?
Yeah. So I was just thinking there might be a link between being like gifted and taking one to the cheeks.
Okay, sir. I don't want to go down that path tonight, but I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Star.
Yes, sir. Woo. Shit. We're having a good conversation. I don't want to talk about no pole smokers or, people playing hide the salami. Not tonight. Shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm coming to the phone lines. Just hang on. Cousin Marcy, okay. This particular platform, I'm still giving away 2 weeks free promotion if you purchase anything worth $20 on this platform right here. Send me a screenshot. We'll get you promoted right here as well, or in the community section. We'll get your banner placed at the end of the broadcast. Okay. Sister George, thank you for tapping in again. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure I'm promoting this security company. If you're looking for professional security services, this is a great company to contact. Please tell them I sent you, okay? Phil, I got your donation. Change featuring Luther Vandross. Searching. Yes, that was an incredible song. They played the hell out of that on radio back in the days. I think that was 1980. I forget. I'll Google it in a second. Phil, I got you also. Marcus Miller played bass on Never Too Much. Thank you. Incredible bass player, Marcus Miller. Incredible bass player. Darius got your donation. Lady by the Commodores, an all-time jam. Facts. You're my knight in shining armor, and I love you. Yeah, incredible jam. Let's go to area code 718. Good evening. Late night. 718. We're talking about Rashawn Casey. A thief, a liar, a piece of shit, a degenerate, a scumbag, and a lowlife. Are you there?
Hey, Star.
Hey, who's this?
It's T from the Bronx. I'm the one that told you about the papoose going every day for Remy Ma, and I was insistent, and you were like, yeah, okay, whatever, and then you realized the next day I didn't get to call you. But anyway, I just came from eating some Cheddar Bay biscuits, but
Let's go. Come on.
No, but where are we going? DJ Envy. I don't know. He seems a little nervous on the Breakfast Club every morning now. So hopefully he's not doing anything shady.
So you are a Breakfast Club listener. You're a listener, yes?
I do, because on YouTube, like when I'm driving, during the day, sometimes I'll check, like I'll listen to you, I said, let me see what the Breakfast Club's showing out, and then they'll have like a guest host. So I listen to a lot of different podcasts during the day or in the evening. But Oh, did you hear about Method Man on Drink Champs?
No, I'm not a Drink Champs watcher. No disrespect to Nori, but he doesn't do research. It's just, it's a lot of misinformation. I saw the thumbnail, supposedly something about buying dust from Big L or
Big L, yeah. And then Cameron said he sold it to him a couple of times, but that was before Cam was famous, because Cam came up with Big L, so Cam was like, I was one of them that used to drop it off.
Okay.
To you guys or whatever. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, listen, salute to everybody, but I want to get focused here tonight as much as we can. Luther Vandross versus Lionel Richie. Your choice, please.
I would say both for two different reasons. Lionel Richie has classic songs, but even though Luther wasn't a writer or whatever, and he was redoing songs, like his singing touched, your soul or whatever. So like Dance with Your Father again and stuff like that, like can really bring tears and make you break down a little bit.
Listen, baby, it sounds like you're driving. You just said you had the cheddar biscuits from where? From Red Lobster, yes?
Yes, from Red Lobster.
Listen, I want you to focus on the road. Hopefully you're not on the Perk 10. Focus, get home safe. We'll talk again, all right?
No, I'm on a Long Island iced tea.
It sounds like it. Get off the phone. Focus on that road. Drive safe. Drive safe.
All right.
Thank you, but yeah, don't be talking to me and crash, and then somebody be trying to sue me. Whoa, she was on the phone with the Star Report. Sue him too. No. Yeah, Darius. Lady by the Commodores. Lady, you make me up when I'm down. What year did that come out? You bring me up when I'm down. 1981. Okay. Lionel Richie was such a good sport when I met him. Again, it must have been 2001. I'm not sure when. He was being interviewed on Kiss FM, and he was leaving. And I said, whoa. I came out in the hallway to shake that man's hand. I was, hey, man, Team Light Skin. He started laughing. He said, what are you talking about? I said, man, that old hating ass Walter. I said, is he still mad? Walter, what was Walter's name? Walter Orange from the Commodores. The drummer. Brick House. Dun, dun, dun. Walter sang that song. And I don't know if Walter was a hater. I shouldn't say that. Walter Orange, incredible drummer. I saw him live. Oh, they got busy. But when I was talking to Lionel Richie, I was taking shots at Walter. He just laughed. He said, hey, man. Is he still around? Walter Orange. He was a decent drummer, Dun. Okay, he's 76 years old. Okay, born in Florida. Okay. Hang on a second, guys. There's so much that comes back to me when I talk about these bands, these groups, this music. It was so much a part of my life, Lance, I got your donation. You talk about Bernard Edwards in your book. Yes, Bernard Edwards was a motivating factor for me moving from New Jersey to New York. The bass playing of Bernard Edwards, along with, Nile Rodgers on guitar, Tony Thompson, the band Chic, elevated me. The sound was so unique, so inspiring, so worldly. His minor runs, his melodic approach, and then, of course, the monster hits made me say, wow, I got some living to do. My second favorite bass player in terms of R&B and funk, Mark Adams from the band Slave. I liked Bootsy. I respected what Bootsy did with James Brown, but it was Bernard Edwards, Mark Adams, and then Oscar Alston from the Stone City Band. Okay, for those who care, if we're talking bass players. Bootsy was there right along with Aaron Mills from Cameo and a host of others. But thank you for your donation, okay? Okay, thank you, Janet. Janet with the research. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Jen, I'll check that out tomorrow. Marisa got your donation. He says Luther versus Kashif. Sir, there's no comparison. Luther Vandross. Stop it. Kashif should be battling. Who should Kashif battle? I don't know. Not Luther Vandross. But thank you. Nice try, but nah, man. Nah. Ashley, she says Freddie Jackson. No. I didn't hate Freddie Jackson. I wasn't a fan. Nah. Was he on Capitol Records? I didn't care for Freddie Jackson. Well, what was his hit? Hang on. Let me do a little research here. 914, sit tight. We're doing an extended show. Sit tight. I just, nothing about him. Freddie Jackson reminded me of hold on a second. Okay, he's still alive. Salute to him. Freddie Jackson. Rock Me Tonight. Nah. I just wasn't with him. I'm sorry, but thank you. That was a nice try. Hold on a second. This guy died, but let me just get his catalog together here before I mention his name. He only had 2 albums. David Peaston. 2 albums. He had a lot of promise. From St. Louis, Missouri. Geffen Records. If I'm not mistaken, he had both legs amputated, but he was a phenomenal singer. Never got to really pop off, But thank you for your donation, okay? Good evening, late night, area code 914. We're talking about Rashawn Casey, the credit due coming for his neck. Are you up to speed? 914.
I'm a little up to speed with DJ Envy. I've been watching what you do and what Tony DeCosa do, and I'm with one of the other calls. What they said as far as DJ Envy being a corny type dude, so I can't wait for him to get what's coming to him.
Jesus, okay.
Because he always acted he acted like a guy whose father was a cop. That's what he reminded me of. He always reminded me of a guy whose father was a police officer, and that's how he acted. So if he did something wrong, I'm not a hater. So if he did something wrong, he needs to get what comes to him, because he always gets on the radio with these ads of, like he's better than others. Maybe this is just me. Maybe this is just what I get from him. But I always caught from Envy like he held himself to like he was above others. Okay. And if he did something wrong, I can't wait for him to get what's coming to him.
Okay. In terms of the lawsuits,
him and that other dude that sits next to him on that BS radio show. Lesser Charge.
Lesser Charge, yeah. There was some other guy who, I don't remember his name. I think he was a producer or something. He left a couple of years ago. That guy may be called in with regards to some of these lawsuits. Anybody know his name? I forget his name. No disrespect to him. He went on to do his own podcast. You know what I'm talking about? Was that because some type of Hispanic?
Oh, I forget his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Right.
But I forget his name.
Right. Yeah, he may be called in, to sit in a deposition. He may be subpoenaed. I mean, the FCC is looking at things. I'm in contact with them, so it's not like, they don't know what's going on. But whether they pull the trigger on an official investigation, I think a lot of it has to do with the credit dude. He is making allegations, and he has also made a video accusing DJ Envy of payola. That's a heavy violation in the world of radio. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I can't wait that if he did what people are accusing him of, I can't wait for him to get it, because I'm so tired of people who's supposed to, advance the culture, let's say.
Right.
They take advantage of us and scam the shit out of us, and then we never come up
right
as a culture, let's say.
Yeah.
So I can't wait that if it's proven for him that he did what he did, I want him to catch all the heat that he's supposed to have.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
I really do. As far as the Lionel Richie and Luther Vandross, I'd have to give it to Lionel just because of his instrument playing ability, even though Luther sang circles around him. I would give it to Lionel. But Luther was great. I mean, probably not a better singer, R&B, one of the greatest. But I probably would have, if I was to put it together, I probably would have said Lionel Richie versus maybe Stevie Wonder as far as singer-songwriters that play instruments. I probably would have put that comparison up. Because nobody can really touch Lionel as far as
I might have to go with Stevie on that one.
Except for Steve. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Songs in the Key of Life. Stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop.
Exactly.
Songs in the Key of Life.
Exactly.
Huh? Hon, if you really love me, won't you tell me?
That's it.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Stevie over Lionel Richie, but hey, man, I appreciate you.
I probably would too.
Yeah.
I probably would too.
Yeah. Shut it down.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Star.
you, man. Thank you. Yeah. No, let's not get crazy. Ribbon in the sky of our love. Lionel's my guy, but Stevie is the fucking backbone of the black experience, huh? Stevie couldn't see shit, and he was still playing the drums, harmonica. The fuck? Big IKEA got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, I fuck with Luther heavy. Living just enough for the city. Whoa, okay. Ain't nothing but the city. And okay, DJ Tether Envy. Okay. Harrison, I got your donation. Star, I'm high. Okay, you're high. Thank you, sir. You're high. Thank you for tapping in when you're high. Appreciate you. Brock, I got your donation. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I'm promoting Mr. Skylar Saunders. Guys, Skylar is getting his numbers up. Please go there, subscribe. Skylar is dropping knowledge. He's dropping bombs. Skylar Saunders. Proud of that man. Absolutely. Brock says Star. Lady written by Lionel Richie. Monster. Yeah. That's a whole fact, sir. Lucifer got your donation. Star, the Falcons fitted clean. Zone 3, Soldier. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. How are the Falcons this year? Are they still trash? Are you a Falcons fan? You sent a nice donation. The Falcons, I've seen them play. A couple of years ago, I saw the Falcons when I was living in Woodstock. Man, going back to the days of Deion Sanders, and what was the guy's name who left eye burnt his house down? Was it Andre Rison or something like that? the Falcons were like one of the most, if not the most, jiggy teams in the NFL. Oh, you had a Hammer on the sidelines. Salute to my nigga Hammer. Had on the glasses and the leather trench, the collar up. Anybody go back with the Falcons like that? And you had Michael Vick in there and all that fly jiggy shit. Yeah, Andre Rison, huh? Left Eye burnt that nigga's house down. You giving that dick to who? Nigga, let me show you how we do down here. Torch the nigga shit. Thank you for your donation. Hey, Courtney, got your donation. Star was going to donate at first, but then I said, nah, let me change that to a 10 before Star troll my donation. Thanks for being yourself and speaking your truth. It's appreciated. Thank you so much, Courtney. I appreciate you. I feel like taking one more break and continue the conversation. Or are we done? If we're done, we're done. Let's wrap it up, you know. I got to get up early, you know. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I had planned to go driving tomorrow early, you know. But I don't want to deal with the rain. I know. Let's take one more call here. Let's go to area codes. Pardon me. 813. Good evening. You're my last caller, 813. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 813.
Well, yes, I am up to speed. How you doing tonight, Star?
Sir, I'm alive. Some niggas are in the ground. Some people are checking out. I'm alive, you know. I'm alive.
Yes, indeed. Another one is a plus one, right?
If you say so. What do you want to start, sir?
I'd like to start off with Lionel Richie versus Luther.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. I think y'all overhyping Lionel Richie, man. I think it's an agenda by the man to suppress the beautiful voice of Luther Vandross.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Like before Luther, it came out with all those backwards allegations when he was Ronzoni. I think Luther was probably the only male vocalist in the 80s and early 90s that was actually in the, you know, when it was vocally dominated before all of the commercialization and all of that, when it was just all about pure singing. Mm-hmm. And you had Luther, Whitney, Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when Patti LaBelle did the Michael McDonald mix, Michael McDonald voice started to come back and they started to reach back into his catalog and so forth in the 90s. Mm-hmm. But Luther cover songs, Luther live, if you ever go back and you watch Luther live at the Soul Train Awards and so forth, like that stuff, it just touches you, you know what I mean? To where Lionel Richie was more commercial. Lionel Richie a great songwriter, but I don't think Lionel Richie was a soul singer like that. Like as far as like for...
I have to disagree, but go ahead. I have to disagree, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I don't see how you could. Like, you know, like, don't get me wrong. Zoom is a great song, you know, but, like, Luther was that Sunday morning, Mama got us cleaning the bathtub wearing our church suit. Like, that's what Luther Vandross is. Luther Vandross could be played behind Patti LaBelle. You couldn't play Lionel Richie into a playlist or into a mood music song like you could Patti, Anita Baker, Sade. You couldn't blend that. Luther.
Can I jump in, sir? Can I jump in?
Please.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you your age, sir, but you see, on this microphone, I strive to be objective. You know, I've already said Lionel Richie is my guy, but I have to show respect to Luther Vandross. Let's not get it fucked up. And now, you said there was no black feeling soul from Lionel Richie. I disagree, sir. Let me take you back to 1976. Just to be close to you, girl. Huh? What?
I agree.
What?
But Jeffrey Osborne was around back then too. Now,
sir, Jeffrey Osborne. No, sir. Jeffrey Osborne with LTD. Back in love again. No, sir. In Madison Square Garden, everything stopped when the Commodores. I mean, and they had, you know, they were turning out Zoom and all that shit. But when Just to Be Close to You came out, that was like the black anthem, man. You're wrong on that one, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, I conceded it if that was your era, and I'm 41, just to give a age disclosure out there, so you can know what type of era you're talking to. But I did do a lot of music, so I'm familiar. But when I say Lionel Richie wasn't a soul singer, that's like I guess you can say it would be a comparison to Stevie Wonder being a soul singer versus
For the moment, baby, for the sugar, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yes,
Thank you, sir. Good night.